The following is a presentation of The Day.
The postseason is underway. March Madness in the CIAC has started. We've seen games last night and today, and the upset specials are plentiful. Will it happen here at Grasso Tech as the number 5 seeded Eagles at 17-3 in the regular season take on the 28 seeded Weston Trojans, 8-12 during the regular season. Live from El Grasso Technical High School, it is Division III first round action, and all of today's action is live on game day. Casey O'Neill along with Troy McKelvin, and you are no stranger to these CIAC games, and first round games with opponents from the other end of the state are always interesting because you don't know what to expect. Their conference, their style, so much influence these first round games. It really is win in advance.
Win in advance. Hopefully you got to watch them tape, maybe get down there and see them in person. But you're not familiar with them like you are in conference. You're not familiar with them because geographically you play them all the time. No familiarity at all, which helps. It makes usually for a competitive game.
And you're trying to find any common opponent, any common influence you can to kind of see a matchup, but it is really difficult. As is the case when things got really difficult, it's usually the fault of the sports doctor. Sports doctor, what are you thinking today?
Hey guys, listen, I want Troy to walk in with his old Letterman jacket with a pocket full of rings one day to show this stuff off. Styles determined fights, like you said, guys. Both opponents really don't know each other very well. Weston, on one hand, they probably like to slow the game down, keep the scoring in the 50s and 60s. As for Grasso Tech, 10 times over 90 points, and out of those 10 times, 4 times over 100. This game could go either way, a track meet or a game stuck in quicksand. Survive and advance. It's March Madness here at Grasso Tech.
Thank you, Sports Doctor. So, Weston talking with their coach. They spread it out pretty evenly. Colin Kyle, senior, is one of their leading players. Overall, though, a young team. You're going to only see a couple of seniors, mostly juniors and down. Grasso has been building, Tim Strong's been building this program toward a run in the state tournament. Obviously, Division III, a little bit of a step up for them. And if you look at the opponents they've played, Division III is going to be a challenge for them. They are not a guarantee, even as the 5 seed against a team like Weston in the first round.
Yeah, Weston played in the SWC conference, which is Notre Dame Prep and Bunnell and Colby Cathedral. Stratford is really good down there in that conference as well. So they played a lot of good teams. They're battle tested. They played. They only won 8 games to get into the tournament, but all you got to do to get in, and anything can happen. That's why they call it March Madness.
So for Grasso to thrive, they want to run. They're going to want that guy right there, Julius Washington, to imprint his game onto the result tonight. And they're going to want to be up in the 80 points or higher. The higher the score, the more comfortable Grasso is. You got to think Weston, who's long and has watched Grasso, you got to think they want this game more like in the 70s, in the 60s even, if they could keep it there.
I'm sure they would rather it be a low-scoring game because they do not want Grasso Tech to run. Grasso is probably the more athletic team. Weston has a lot of shooters, and it's going to be interesting to see who dictates their style in this game.
As we are getting ready for the introduction of the starting lineups, we should let you know that tonight, as all season long, your timeouts are brought to you by CIAC. When life gets stressful and overwhelming, call a timeout. Go to CIACCT.org and learn more about all the ways that you can take a timeout, build your strength and resiliency at CIAC. And great guard play, which we should have again tonight. Peanut Foy amongst the best guards in the area, and that's sponsored by the Guard Arts Center. The Breeze Line Winter Cinema Series, you can still find that available, but more than that, the Guard Arts Center, the premium place to go in southeastern Connecticut for great shows and great cinema, and the Guard Arts Center. Go to guardarts.org. So, the one thing we saw last night as WCEA came in and played Fitch was City School not ever going to be intimidated coming in from Waterbury. so you have that sort of, you take that off the page. What was your experience playing teams from like the other end of the state that, you know, have to make that long drive in? You know, what was it like from your side of things? Like, what were you expecting from those teams that made those drives in?
It was always something that we looked forward to because we didn't get a chance to play those teams all the time. And the other end of the state, historically in Connecticut, always gets the props, right? Nobody from southeastern Connecticut can do this. Nobody from southeastern Connecticut do that. So when we started making our run in New London, we made a name for teams down this area, and being able to play against those teams gave us somebody to stack up against. Being the only city school in the area, it was nice to play against other city schools because it's a different type of game.
Now, this is as real as I'm going to keep it. Whenever you get your tournament bracket, if you're one of those teams, you look and you say, where's the tech school that I can find to play, and can I get that tech school early? Occasionally it's Prince Tech and you don't love it, or it's Cheney Tech and you don't love it, but for the most time, in most sports, you look for the tech school and you go, are they a suspect 5 seed? Are they, because you know the tech school plays a different kind of schedule.
That's right.
So Grasso has tried very hard to not be your prototypical tech school. A lot of New London kids, so they've got the chip on their shoulder, not only of being a tech school, but from being this end of the state and being a team sandwiched between New London and Fitch, and feeling like we want to make our mark too. So, you know, does the chip on the shoulder help a Grasso Tech, or does it actually ask them to do more than maybe they should try to do?
It should work as a chip on their shoulder. In the other games that they played, I've heard the talk about we're only a tech school, as they beat teams that supposedly they shouldn't beat. I know after they beat Griswold, I heard that a lot. Oh, we're only a tech school. So they have a lot to improve, because a lot of tech schools don't have success in the tournament.
And I think the tech school thing is a chip on their shoulder, but it absolutely needs to lend itself to motivation, but not to, you know, pressing, right? You can't try to change who you are, as the starting lineup for Weston is announced. It's going to be senior Marco Parente, senior Colin Kyle, junior Jack Pisano, freshman Andrew Farat, and sophomore Jack Olson. So a nice balance of leadership. On the other side, coming out for Tech is Jordan Washington, the junior, and Lachlan Singer-Johnson, the junior. And Peanut Foy, the senior, Julius Washington, the senior, and Ryan Jamali, the senior. So a veteran team of Tech Eagles starting this game here against Weston. We are going to take a moment for the national anthem. Tonight we'd like to thank a sponsor. Game Day is brought to you by Charles Reynolds of the Bugsky Agency. Auto, home, life, business insurance. for all your risk management needs, located in Quaker Hill, Connecticut at 51 Norwich Road. Thank you to the Butsky Agency. Insure and protect, as they have joined us tonight for a little support of Grasso Tech. And this first round game, we'll be trying to filter some scores if we have them through you. The girls started today in the ECC, and not surprising, a lot of success. Congratulations to the New London Whalers. Went up to Windsor and got a victory today.
Yes.
Never an easy trip, however, place to play.
Windsor's a pretty good team.
Woodstock Academy took care of Fitch. Stonington won their game. We'll get some more for you. On the boys' side, nothing surprising, except Stonington losing to Berlin, which I don't know that's a surprise. Berlin's such a reputable program. It wasn't like Stonington was a top 5 seed or anything, and Berlin's a kind of team from a good conference. You know they play a good schedule. I don't know that I'm ever surprised when I see that kind of a loss. You know, granted, I think Stonington's disappointed, obviously, but
yes.
I wouldn't call it a surprise. I think, you know, scores aside, you might want to say last night's Fitch score might have been a little surprising, but, you know, Ledyard getting knocked out, Stonington getting knocked out, NFA had to go all the way across the state. So none of those are really surprises. I think a lot of people thought NFA, you know, might be a spoiler, but, you know, tough to go. That schedule made them have to go all the way up there.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know if Coach Brown will do the same thing again that he did this year. We'll see when next year's schedule comes out.
Weston wins the opening tip. Backdoor cut. Good hands from Washington. They were looking to get their guy, Colin Kyle. Now Tech will have the first possession. Zamir Foy, Peanut, off the dribble, drives and misses wide. Rebound corralled by Pisano. Weston will come the other direction.
Peanut is a tough cover off the dribble. He's probably their best one-on-one player off the dribble.
Early foul on Singer Johnson. He left his feet, which even though he got the ball, once you leave your feet, you're not going to get any calls, and you don't got to stay permanent. So Jack Olson, the sophomore, will go to the line and shoot a pair for Weston. Early going, you said Peanut Foy get to the basket right away, but my first thoughts just looking at Weston is very long. The big three of Colin Kyle and Jack Olson and Jack Pisano, all very long.
Nice sized kids, tall. You could tell a couple of them been in the weight room. If I'm Coach Tim right now, Coach Tim Strong, I'm not sure I like the body language of my team. They were very nonchalant. This is a state tournament. It's time to get to it.
Julius Washington, and if that's not a metaphor for exactly what you were just saying, that ball didn't go in, it didn't go out, it just kind of was there. Kind of what you're seeing body language-wise.
Nice soft touch by Julius, but
you're right. First round state game, you gotta think you're completely. Jamali for 3.
And then Grasso lost a heartbreaker in the conference championship at the buzzer, three-quarter court shot. So I would have liked to see them coming out hype right now, like really getting after it. Instead, we saw them kind of like nonchalant today, like they're just going about their business. And this is a state tournament. You win or you go home.
Far out to the line to shoot 2, got the foul on Foy. Going back to the heartbreaking loss, I'm going to take a slightly different, yeah, it was heartbreaking. But you know what? Don't turn it over when you've got the chance at the last shot of the game. Yeah, the kid made a generational highlights for the millennium, but that game was destined. That game should have been Grasso at the buzzer or overtime.
Absolutely.
And for them to turn it, that's kind of indicative of what we've seen. Get them in the half court and make them run a set. So if they should have come fired up, it shouldn't be because they got beat in this unlucky fashion. It's because they turned it over with a chance to win the game.
Right, well, they made the lucky shot, but they were put in that position by Grasso Tech's turnover at that time.
Foy, baseline. Nice look underneath, but out of bounds off Tech, and a little bit sloppy here in the early going by both teams.
And we got a little change in the starting lineup tonight. Ryan Jamali is starting for Taki Bates, who's been in the starting lineup for most of the season.
Jamali's a good shooter. We've seen him light it up before. He can hit the 3. They're going to try to work on him defensively.
He's also a very good kid.
Yes, he is.
Yes, he is. I know his parents.
Freshman Andrew Farhat with the basket and an early 3-0 lead for the Trojans. Foy setting up Farhat, drives to the left, kicks out. Washington now, back up top. Grasso's gonna need to find something here. Peanut Foy to the basket, and that one didn't go down. Good look, no result.
Good attack. Grasso just got to finish now.
Swing, open three, and the soft touch. You're not supposed to get the friendly roll in the opposing gym, but Colin Kyle got the three.
Yes, and I believe he's the leading scorer, and by the way the crowd stood up when he shot that three, he could shoot the thing.
Easy basket for Julius Washington. I gotta think he can get to the rim more often tonight than he normally does. And that's a travel. I think Washington, when he gets to the basket, is when Grasso's at its best.
Absolutely.
When they settle for threes, less so. We see Braylon Cruz checking in for Grasso Tech. He has given them some really good minutes off the bench. And Taki Bates in as well.
Yes, Taki has been a starter almost all year. He's got in quick now. And
Nice look by Cruz.
Cruz, the young freshman, got a lot of good minutes off the bench this year for them. They're going to be looking for big things from him in the future.
So right on cue, we saw the good, the bad, and the ugly on one play. The Julius Washington, after getting to the basket, decides to pull up for a long three. Yep. Right on cue.
It's just the same thing we said in some of our other broadcasts. Steph Curry, they call him the greatest point guard ever.
No.
I think he's a two guard, but he's ruining the game for the young kids because they all want to shoot threes, and the higher percentage shot is getting to the basket.
Offensive foul against Julius Washington. Credit Pisano for standing his ground. Washington doesn't love it. You saw Cruz with the hustle rebound, and that's why they love this sophomore, because he gives them that kind of energy. So if you talk about, I need a guy on the floor that's going to give me the energy that I didn't know that I was seeing body language-wise, Cruz is the guy that's going to do it. And now you've got another guy, Joseph Moore. We know Joey Moore is going to be all energy when he's on the floor.
And then Cruz also has the assignment of guarding of number 5, Colin Kyle, their leading scorer.
Cheap foul on Kyle after his shot was blocked by Zamir Foy, and I don't think he's used to give it the guys 5 inches shorter than him getting up like that and blocking his shot.
Yeah, Foy and Julius Washington, very athletic, going to be hard covers. I'm not sure. We got to check out Weston's defense to see if they got anybody who can keep them from getting into the basket.
No offense to Steph Curry, who I also agree is a two guard, but the point guard discussion stops and ends with Magic Johnson, and we can just stop it from there.
Right there.
3 for Moore, no good. He's not the guy that they normally want shooting it.
Although your dad would say that basketball was played before Magic Johnson.
He would, and Bob Cousy is the original guy, but he's still getting, Pistol Pete and those guys, but he's still going to say Magic's the greatest of all time.
As he should.
Nice rebound and putback by Olsen. Nobody got a body.
Weston's coming to play, Case.
There goes Foy. Hangs, no good. Weston's going to try to run.
A lot of one-on-one by Grasso, not running much sets, and they're not finishing at the basket. And if Weston was worried about Grasso as a higher seed, they're probably not worried no more with their start, 8-2 to start in the first 4 minutes, building confidence right now.
Thread the needle pass, and the finish underneath by Olsen.
The sports doctor said that Weston probably doesn't want to get into an up and down match with them, but I bet you they want to score. Grasso gave up 90 points to Ellis Tech at the end of the season. They beat them 90-92. 90 points is a lot of points. They got to tighten up their defense.
Taki Bates to the basket and scores. And a timeout to Coach Tim Strong. Timeout's brought to you by CIAC. When life feels overwhelming, call a timeout. Step back, breathe, and remember, you don't have to face life alone. At CIAC, we believe connection is prevention. Listen to that. Connection is prevention. Reach out to a friend, a family member, or someone you trust, but take a time out. You can change your day. Learn more at www.ciacct.org. You know, Troy, Grasso traditionally, and we saw this in last year, tries to out-athlete and run people out of the gym. And when they come up against a team, when we saw this last year, when they came up against Cheney Tech, who was not going to back away.
Equally athletic.
They were equally athletic.
Yeah,
and
they were very good
and we're
last
happy
year.
to run with them.
Yes.
And suddenly it was like, oh, when they played Wyndham Tech ran with them, and that's
Very
why the
athletic.
game was 100 to 90, whatever.
Very athletic team.
It's not a sustainable way to win 5-6 games. They can beat. So this is why to get back into this game, they need to attack the basket. But if they got to defend, and Coach Strong made a point this year to say that he was going to try to improve the defensive ability. They have got to defend. They can't keep giving up easy baskets. Sports Doctor, you were listening in. What did you hear?
Yeah, Coach Strong said we're giving up way too many layups, too many easy looks, too many, bunnies at the rim. Weston coach says stay at home defensively. All these guys want to do is come down the lane, stay home, take a charge. I want to see our bodies all over the place. Casey, we saw this the other night. Lower-ranked team hanging around against a higher-seeded team. This is going to be a ball game.
Well, you said house money. Weston, first of all, they don't want to drive the 6.5 hours home, having lost the game.
Even though they have that nice bus outside.
That's true. Washington drives, hangs, draws the foul. Now, that's an example there where Pisano stood his ground to take the charge, but Parente reached in, and that's why they got the foul. So Washington will go to the line to shoot, too. Even the nice bus, when Mr. Amonte 1,000 years ago rented us a nice Greyhound, we lost it immaculate at Danbury, and I promise you the bus ride did not make it any better.
I bet you.
But Weston has not come all the way down here to go home easily, right? This is house money, and they're gonna play hard, and I like what they're trying to do, and if Grasso doesn't make the effort to attack the basket and defend, this is going to be a long day.
It's going to be a long day, and they'll have a chance. Weston will definitely have a chance to win this game because Grasso has to learn to play defense. If they have any aspirations to win a championship, they have to play defense.
Division III is not loaded like some of the other divisions. It's top-heavy. There are a couple of
really good
exceptional teams up at the top of the bracket. If you take a look, the number one team in Division III is Ellington. Only loss on the year, 2 Old Lyme in the last game of the regular season.
Yes.
North Haven, only 1 loss to undefeated Woodland. Nice rebound from Ortiz. 3 up and good from Washington. And back to a 2-point game. So top heavy in Division III, but very talented at the top. Grasso going to have to play really well to make that run. Good steal from Washington. Up ahead it goes to Julius Washington. Layup is good. We're tied at 10.
Right on cue. Grasso came out in a full court press, trying to speed the game up.
And this is more of what I expected as well. Trap, Moore, out of bounds. It'll stay with Weston, and we'll get Kyle back into the game and McMalley into the game for Weston. I kind of expected Grasso. Coach Strong said Weston's very, very solid and fundamental, but not super fast, not super quick. I expected them to try to pressure them as Moore with the steal, but he said the concern about pressing is giving up easy baskets, and they can really shoot it. So no foul as Foy hung in the air.
Foy got hit in the arm. The ref missed that one.
Open look 3, short.
It happens for everybody.
Off Weston.
So they're starting to speed it up now, and it's starting to play into Grasso Tech's favor.
Reed Waldis into the game for Weston. We're already seeing Weston go 9 deep.
Weston needs to get into their press breaker and pass the ball and take their time and make good decisions.
Cruz kicked out to Moore. Taki Bates drives to the basket now. Left hand finish. Taki. Oi, oi, oi.
The senior, Taki Bates.
10-0 run for Tech. And off the leg of Foy.
So right there what you saw is the ref, it looked like it went off the Weston player, but he gave it to Grasso because he didn't call a foul on Foy. That's some things that refs do sometimes. So if you see fouls and you be like, oh, I wonder if that was a foul. Well, it really should have went the other way, but he didn't call a foul, so they call that a wash.
McMalley just into the game, finishes on a nice inbound play from Weston, and we're back tied up at 12.
Weston cuts out in man-to-man. Grasso in there, 5-out offense. I love the pick and roll between Foy
Basket
and
is
Washington.
good by Peanut Foy.
I love that.
He'll go to the line. I think Grasso, I give Weston credit. I can't see them defending this lineup man to man. Foy, Bates, and Washington are all exceptional at beating their men off the dribble, and that little high pick and roll right there is going to be impossible.
Yeah, that's a nightmare with Foy and Washington in the pick and roll. Either way you do it, you can have Foy set the pick for Washington, and Washington set the pick for Foy. Either one, it's their two best players, and they got the ball in their hands. That's what they want.
Grasso with a 3-point lead, biggest of the game for them. They're starting to bother Weston. That's going to be a backcourt.
The pressure.
So you see Coach Strong has gone to the small lineup, but it's the intense defensive pressure lineup that he's got out there. He's trying to trap everything and speed the game up, like you said.
Yeah, well, like we said in the beginning, too, they didn't seem like they were really playing that hard. So now that they're pressing, they're picking it up on defense, they're playing better, they're attacking basket, and they're starting to make shots.
And he's got his intensity guys, Braylon Cruz and Joey Moore, on the floor.
Yeah, Joey comes in, undersized, guards guys bigger than him, rebounds, plays defense, attacks the basket, makes layups, hits the three sometimes, too. Has really improved over the years, Joey has.
And you see him there running the floor and finishing. Leads up to 5. They're definitely speeding Weston up. Foy, look at Grasso, they want to run. There's Peanut Foy, drives to the basket, and he'll go shoot a pair. And if Weston doesn't find a way to get this thing slowed down again, this could be a Grasso, run that where they can't really overcome it, because Grasso does, when you let them get out and run.
Yeah, their guys can go one-on-one. Foy, Taki Bates, Julius Washington, Jordan Washington. I'm not sure how much zone Weston plays, but right now they might need to go a little zone to keep them from attacking the basket so easily. And like we know high school kids to do, Case, they will start shooting threes.
100%. I've seen it every game this year. It doesn't matter. It's in the DNA. It's in the modern DNA. No matter how good you are going to the basket, you just drift back to the three-point line.
And to Weston's credit, they play Colby Cathedral. They play Notre Dame Prep. They play Bunnell. All teams who are really getting up and down. A lot of athletes press the whole game. So this is not something that's new to them.
Mads Leary into the game for Weston.
Can't dribble once and pick up your dribble. That's one thing you can't do.
Nice drive to the basket from Justin Linker just into the game. 18 seconds and counting. Grasso can take the last shot up 5.
Jordan Washington back in the game. Coach Tim got him out the game after a turnover to settle him down, and now got him back in the game.
3 seconds. Washington pulls up for 3. No good. That's going to take us to the end of the quarter. 19-14. It's a good one. We'll be right back. You're watching Game Day live on theday.com.
When life feels overwhelming, call a timeout. Step back, breathe, and remember, you don't have to face life alone. At CIAC, we believe connection is prevention. Reach out to a friend, a family member, or someone you trust. Take a timeout. Make a connection. It can change your day. Learn more at www.ciracct.org.
Game Day brought to you by Premium Ballers. Want to join the fastest growing AAU team in New London County? Well, Premium Ballers is building the next generation of basketball players with elementary, middle school, and high school teams competing in high-level AAU tournaments and training year-round. Built for development, discipline, and opportunity, they're ready to take their game to the next level. Thank you to Premium Ballers. Let's take a look at Joey Moore running the floor. Taki Bates hit him in stride. And that's the kind of movement that Grasso Tech needs to build the lead. Sports Doctor, you were over with Coach Tim Strong. What did he have to say?
Yeah, well, Grasso closed that quarter on a 17-4 run, guys, and Coach Strong wants to just create havoc on the defensive end. Just throw bodies everywhere, get offense off of defense, and push the ball up the floor every chance they get. Hey, Troy, you've been in this position too. When you're on offense, you're on offense. It means you push the pressure against the other team.
Oh, being pressed is the best thing in the world. I love being pressed because that means we're going to get layups because we're going to run our offense, we're going to move the ball, and then they're not going to be able to keep up. So it works both ways. Teams that like to press like to be pressed because you want to get up and down. And it's a good thing because Grasso Tech is not very good as a defensive team in a half court. They can use their athleticism to press and trap and cause havoc, but they're not very good in the half court set. So that's a great move by Coach Tim.
Good defense from Taki Bates. Nice look underneath. Weston got it. Mads Leary had a good look.
And number 34, Joey Texera, the freshman, the big guy.
Big Joey.
Steps into the contest for the first time.
So now Grasso goes big with both Washingtons and Texera. Julius Washington misses. And three-point game, Weston.
Grasso Tech came back and built a lead on attacking the basket. Julius Washington's last 2 shots were jump shots.
Yep, that's exactly right.
He can get to the basket almost any time he wants. He just got to make sure he don't settle.
And I'd like to see him. He doesn't always have to go to the basket for that finger roll and risk the charge. I wouldn't mind seeing him pull up at 8 feet. You know, it doesn't always have to be
pull up,
out there.
Runner, floater, whatever the defense gives you.
Nice defense from Tech. Colin Kyle couldn't get it to go. Bates coming the other direction. High screen from Texera. And now back over to Peanut Foy. Foy drives. Texera with the rebound. Putback is good. And the big guy's going to go to the line. Joey Texera, yeah, good minute. Got up. That was just sometimes size does matter.
Yes, it does.
You can't, that was a foot difference with the long arms. Putback was good. Now the young man gets a chance at the three-point play.
The freshman, no longer a freshman. He's played 1 season already. This is postseason. This is the new season.
Nice touch from the big fella.
Got some.
Tech's going to press. Washington causes the turnover. Good hands from Julius. There goes Taki Bates trying to turn the corner. Julius Washington, quick spin, hangs in the air, no good, gets his own rebound and scores.
Weston needs to move the ball.
3, no good.
Against this trap.
Good good defensive rebound by
Grasso's holding them to 1 shot right now.
Washington gets baseline and draws the foul on Colin Kyle. So, inbounds for Grasso under their basket. Jordan Washington will do that.
I know Coach Gibbs for Weston, I know he wanted Kyle to be able to either take that charge because he picked up his 2nd foul right now on a cheap one under the basket.
Washington inbounds. Back it goes to Bates. Bates drives and scores easily at the basket.
I tell you what, Taki Bates came off the bench ready to play today. I don't know why he didn't start. He usually does start, but he didn't start today. But he's coming out ready to play. His attack to the basket, and nobody can guard him right now.
Timeout on the floor. We'll take a quick timeout. You're watching Game Day live on theday.com.
Even the toughest, manliest men face life's challenges, and it's okay to admit it. Whether it's stress, anxiety, or just feeling like things aren't going right, you're not alone. Take the 20-point head inspection at mantherapy.org and start putting your mental health first. It's quick, simple, and designed to help you recognize the signs before they get overwhelming. Man Therapy. Therapy the way a man does it.
See Taki Bates drive to the basket, finish with the left hand. The official came over. He's obviously impressed by Tech. He came over and goes, what's Grasso Tech? What was their record this year? Because obviously, a lot of these officials.
These
they
officials from
don't,
the other end of the state, they're not from around here.
and they see tech school too.
In Connecticut, historically, the tech schools will have some of them will have inflated records, and then they'll be knocked out in football and basketball early. And Grasso is letting you know that we're not a normal tech school.
3, Marco Parente.
And that's that chip on the shoulder that Grasso has about being a tech school, because people are going to think, maybe some of Weston's fans might thought, oh yeah, but we got a tech school first round, so we got a shot. Well, this is not a normal tech school. Grasso Tech is very talented. They're very athletic.
And we saw this with Gittins when he played
For Cheney Tech.
as a nice finish at the rim, and just like that, lead back to 5, and now Weston's going to put a little pressure on. Little man. We saw Gittins, and he just didn't look like he belonged.
Yeah, he didn't. He didn't belong in that league. It was very easy for him.
Blocking foul, and Peanut Foy will go to the line to shoot a pair. Now, Julius Washington isn't in that same conversation, but similarly, teams are going to come and see him at a tech school, and they're going to go, whoa, because like you talk about, my favorite line of the year, I used it last night when you said Xavier Goods got the biggest bag. That's when they see Julius Washington, they say, oh, okay, this kid is a little different than what we might see. I think when you come to see Grasso, the guy you come away going is Peanut Foy.
Yes, absolutely. Peanut makes it happen. I think he's their best all-around player. Julius, obviously, athletically, and he'll project probably on a higher level for college than Peanut because of his size. But the defensive side of the ball, that Peanut locks down on defense. And I've seen him give fits to guys who can really, really play defense, and he's a tough guard. He's a tough guard.
Lead of 6. Open 3, no good. Washington grabs the rebound, tries to push. Jordan Washington now. He's going to hang. Blocking foul. Basket is good. And they get Olsen on the block. I thought that might have been a charge, but
looks like he turned his body at the last minute and didn't take it square.
I think you're exactly right, because
you got to take the square. You got to take the hit.
He saw Jordan Washington coming full bore. Washington wasn't pulling up. He was getting to the rack.
Jordan missed Joey down low. He could have passed it to him for an easy layup, but Jordan's been struggling, so he tried to attack really hard. I thought they were going to call a charge on him, but number 25 turned his body at the last minute and didn't take the hit, and they called the block. I give Weston credit. I think they've tried to take at least 4 charges already in this game.
They do listen to their coach. Left-handed pass. Jordan Washington ahead of the pack, and he finishes with a left hand. Foy to Washington, the lead's 10.
Jordan Washington, the smooth operator. You never see him frazzled, always the same expression. Very smooth basketball game.
Nice job by Texera, altering the shot and getting the rebound. And there goes Foy ahead of the pack. He's going to draw the foul, and Peanut Foy starting to put his imprint onto this basketball game.
That's exactly how Grasso wants to play. They want to get up and down. Peanut attacked the basket, took the bump. A little delay on the call. I think the ref was waiting to see if it went in. It didn't. Foy goes to the line for 2.
Now, I'm looking at Grasso Tech's draw, and there's 2 things that are fascinating to me. If they advance in this game, they're likely to get Naugatuck. And if you want to talk about a game where Grasso cannot play less than their best, Naugatuck is going to defend. They're going to be physical. They are in no way going to be overwhelmed by
Naugatuck is going to play them similar to how Waterbury Career played Fitz last night.
And that is a game. Naugatuck is a game where
both
they are
NVL teams.
Yeah, and you're going to earn every basket against Naugatuck.
NVL is not as tough as it has been traditionally this year, but it's always good basketball.
Washington to Washington. Brotherly love on display at Grasso Tech.
And if Grasso is sharing the basketball, they are very hard to beat. if they're sharing the basketball, they tend to go one-on-one a lot. If you can get them to stay one-on-one, you have a shot.
Timeout on the floor. Grasso up 13. We'll take a quick break. You're watching Game Day live on theday.com.
Your mind matters. CIAC believes mental health starts with a simple step, taking a timeout. When life feels overwhelming, pausing for just a few minutes to breathe and reset can make a big difference. Timeouts aren't a sign of weakness. They're a tool for strength and resilience. Join CIAC in creating a culture of care. Learn more at www.ciracct.org. Take a timeout. Strengthen your mind.
Back here, 13-point lead. Brothers don't shake hands. Brothers gotta hug or dish off and let you get 2 at the rim. Grasso up 13. If Grasso were able to win tonight and were able to get by Naugatuck, they're going to get the winner of Stratford, the number 4 seed, and Weaver, who already smacked Grasso by 18.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did.
Stratford, Weaver. What a great game. Stratford's got to bye as the 4 seed. They're waiting the winner of
Stratford from
Weaver
the SWIC. They played Weston twice this year.
Now, in fairness, Weaver's got to beat Middletown, which is not a gimme. Middletown's a solid team, but if either way, Weaver, Middletown, Stratford, that's the kind of team you're looking at on the other side of a Naugatuck. I mean, Grasso does not have an easy road.
And
no team in Division III.
And those are the type of teams that are going to give Grasso a problem because they're similar.
Long 3 for Bates, no good. Texera picks up McMolly, but draws the foul. Yeah, those are the teams, that, especially a team like Weaver, the reason they beat Grasso the first time is they did Grasso things better than Grasso did.
That's right. And if one of those teams can get their team to play defense or get them to play in the half court, Grasso struggles in the half court on defense.
Nice cut and the finish by Pisano.
And they really shouldn't, but everybody knows that defense is effort. So it's just that Coach Tim has to get them to want to play defense.
Julius Washington, wide open 3, straight ahead, no good. Jordan Washington, soft touch finish.
Grasso killing them on the boards. Grasso's killing them on the boards.
Weston breaks the pressure. Cross-court pass.
Ready?
Good ball movement.
Very
I
good,
love
boy.
it.
That's exactly what you do against this pressure. Move the ball, find your open space. And like we said, Grasso's not the best defensive team in the half court. So if you can break their press and move the ball, you can probably get a good basket.
Yeah, Pisano, that was well done. Nice finish there for the Trojans. That's going to be an offensive foul? No, they're going to call the block.
No, they called the offensive foul. The guy on the outside gave it to him.
All right, so that's it. That's going to call that offensive foul on Peanut Foy. I thought so. I thought the charge was taken, and it was well done, but the near official didn't give the signal.
He passed it off to his partner who made the call before him. Good job by the refs on communicating on that.
Second on Foy, so with an 11-point lead, they're going to get him out of the game. I imagine for the rest of the half, they're not going to want him to get his
Absolutely
third.
not. They should be all right without him for 2 minutes.
Braylon Cruz will come in. Picked up the dribble, dangerous right there. Weston now attacking the basket.
If Weston takes their time, they can get these easy shots. They just got to make some of them.
Bates running the floor. Kicks out. Jordan Washington bumped, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2. Fouls on Pisano. Pisano thought because he had position that you automatically get the charge, and that's not the case.
Nah, that was a clear block. Great call by the ref on that one.
Peter, you got some information for us?
So pursuant to your conversation about Grasso's path in the playoffs, I've got a first round score for you. Naugatuck 44, Ram 58. Ooh. So Naugatuck is out.
Wow, I am shocked at Ram. Great win for Ram. I have to admit that was very surprising to me. I mean, good job for Ram.
What were the seeds on that?
Ram was the 21 Naugatuck was the 12.
Wow, big upset.
Bad turnover by Weston, and they'll stay with Tech. Well, I feel that I don't feel that the style of play of Ram will be similar to Naugatuck, but it is interesting that they handled Naugatuck so well.
I wonder if they shot the ball well from the three-point line, Ram, in that game.
On the road, too. They had to go up to Naugatuck and do it.
That's not easy. Weston been getting some good shots in the paint.
Blocked by Singer Johnson, but he's going to draw the foul. He reached out horizontally, didn't stay vertical. And right now, Grasso not doing a job on the defensive glass because they're trying to leak out and run. We've seen this before. They got to start with the rebounds.
When they went to their 2-2-1 press, they got a lot of turnovers early, and it was very successful. Weston has settled in now, and they're breaking the press, and they're getting very good shots. It's leading to offensive rebounds, shots in the paint. Because Grasso was very effective earlier in running, they're trying to do the same thing. They need all 5 guys to hit the glass. Coach Tim Strong and his assistants really need to figure out how to get them to play tough defense in the half court in the second half.
I also want to give Peter credit. I'd like anytime that you start a sentence with the word pursuant, I'm always happy with that.
I learned that one from the sports doctor.
Good pass.
Washington. Bates, long 3, got it!
Taki's on. Taki's playing very well off the bench today. He can score the ball. And he's flying around.
Foul, and Colin Kyle will go to the line to shoot 3.
I give Taki credit, though. I give him credit. He made the run, sprinted dive, but you can't foul a three-point shooter.
So, at the line, shooting 3 shots, senior Colin Kyle.
Great effort by Taki Bates. Made the run to contest the three-point shot, but you can't foul a three-point shooter.
Now, similar to what we saw in the Fitch game last night, Fitch had pulled away in the second quarter, was heading into the half, and they were up 12 when they got to the half. But WCA made a late shot at the end of the quarter to get them a little closer, and it was a 12-point game going into halftime. And then they came out in the second half and
they started bombing.
Chipped away and chipped away and chipped away.
They
and
hit
that
some
game
big threes
got
in that
tight,
game.
yeah. So right now, Kyle has a chance to cut this to 11, and with a minute left, the difference between 8 and 14 is a huge difference.
If I'm Coach Gibbs, I'm feeling a little bit better on the fact that we're settling in and we're breaking their press and we're getting good shots. They just got to start making them now.
Well, down 11.
And Weston now is going zone.
They need a stop and a score. They have to. This thing needs to be single digits, not 14. Nice look
Good
underneath.
pass.
And a block
Great
at
defense.
the rim by Kyle.
Nice pass inside by Bates and a better defensive play by Kyle.
Floater, no good. Rebound underneath by Olsen. And he'll go to the line to shoot 2. So 2 shots for Jack Olsen. Now the lead is back to 10, and I said single digits would be huge as we see Joey Moore check back in the game. So
The utility.
Tech's going to have a chance at essentially the last shot if they want it. They're not going to get a 2-for-1, so it's going to be up to them whether they want the last shot or not. And there's the single digits that I said is what Weston needed to try to get to before halftime.
Yes, and they don't have 40 in the game right now either, so.
And then a turnover, so.
I'm not even sure why Julius was trying to pass to Jordan at that point.
So it's 9. If Weston could ever get this thing down a little more, 9-6, 9-7, huge boost going into the locker room.
Yes, and they have gotten Grasso Tech out of their press and playing man-to-man in the half court, which should play to Weston's favor.
Parente looking for the screen and roll with Kyle, doesn't get it. Cruz D'ing up on Farhat.
Good ball movement.
All the way to the
Great job
basket.
by Weston.
Nice play by
Very
Colin
patient.
Kyle. Last shot, good if it goes from Bates. Off the rim and no, and a late run from Weston cuts the lead to 7. Tim Strong can't be happy about the late run, but he has to be happy about a 7-point lead, and he is with the Sports Doctor. Sports Doctor.
Well, Coach, you guys are up by 12. You talked about in a huddle, this thing could be 20 to put them away, or it could be 8, and things got a little sloppy for you.
Yeah, we got to value possessions. I mean, it's a game of runs. You miss a layup, they come down, they make 2 free throws. That's a 4-0 swing. And then I'm saying run the sets, and we throw the ball out of bounds there. And, you know, we just gave up about 4 or 5 points that we shouldn't have. But we're all right. We're in a good position. Our kids are playing hard. We're getting to the baskets. We're getting calls. So I'm feeling good. Feeling good.
Right. Good luck in the second half, Tim. All right.
Thank you.
Guys.
Waterford Dental halftime show as Weston has cut into this lead. Beautiful set to finish the half by Weston and Colin Kyle. We're going to send it away for some video packages. We'll be back right at the end of halftime for second half action. You're watching Game Day live on theday.com.
This Game Day Player Spotlight, powered by Joshua's Worldwide.
So my mom was a basketball player, so like, and my dad, my whole family really. So I always like grew up like wanting to be around basketball, and they always like put a basketball in my hand. At least since I was born.
Jordan is the most quietest kid on the team, so very coachable. He does everything you ask him to do. They say that coaches don't have favorites, but you know, it's hard to say that with a kid like Jordan Washington because he's just so coachable. This year he's been guarding the team's best player. You know, when we assigned him that task, he was elected a junior captain. He's our second leading scorer. But Jordan's personality is just very laid back. Like he can go and he'll dunk on someone and he'll just show no emotion.
On the court, he's more of like the quiet, just the quiet assassin we would say. Like he's just, you won't really like, he's really like, he's nonchalant. Like you won't, when he dunked the ball, he don't, no emotion. He like, his face stayed the same no matter what, like throughout the whole game, his face stayed the exact same. At home, he has more of like an outspoken personality. He's not really nonchalant at home. He's more of like a talkative. Me and him laugh all the time at home.
Behind the scenes, the kids say he's like the funniest kid on the team. I don't see that personality because he's just always so serious around the coaching staff.
He's the quiet comedian. Like he's quiet when we're on the court, but off the court, team bonding, a clown.
I have 5 seniors right now that have returned. We did something where we, said, who is the captain? Like, who do you guys want to elect? Who's the most coachable? Who's doing all the right things? And Jordan Washington won hands down.
It's a good role. Like last year, I wasn't really a captain, but like now I'm a junior. But I have to step up and then just like show leadership. Like always like bring my team up, and like if there's something I need to do, I gotta do it.
Since 1995, we've been revolutionizing transportation with our commitment to exceptional customer service. From sedans to 57-passenger motor coaches, our fleet of over 35 vehicles servicing diverse needs, including weddings, corporate events, group transportation, and much, much more. Our 24/7 availability, rigorous safety standards, and state-of-the-art technologies ensures a seamless experience. Join us on your next journey and experience the difference firsthand. At Joshua's Worldwide, we don't just provide a great ride, we deliver peace of mind.
Simons Gaskin drives to the basket again, all the way, left hand, KK made a play, and they're up 5. Swinging around to Reels, Waterbury in the zone. Reels for 3, got it! Sakis Reels. Gives the Falcons the chance at the last shot of the quarter, but Reels says, no, I'm gonna pull up, I'm feeling it. 2B Reels. Long 3, good! At the buzzer, Marcellus Robinson, and they needed that one. Beautiful defense by Reels. Sebastian Smalls pulls up and knocks it down from that same spot at the elbow, and a timeout. Simons Gaskin finds a cutting Reels. Look at the body control, the hanging in the air. Instead, good slides, pick and roll, dumps down to Giancopoulos. They ran that all night long in the ECC championship game. And Marcellus Robinson, baseline, hangs in the air and scores. We might take them for granted a little bit as a local, but the rest of the state knows exactly what they're getting into. And that right there is like a perfect embodiment of Xavier Good. Other direction. Open three, Rodriguez. And just like that, the lead is 4. Turner drives, kicks. Rodriguez. Three is good if it goes. Got it! Makai Weaver. Three. Good! Anthony Rodriguez. Right now, everything's going down for career. Turner, step back three for the lead. Got it! WCA, hey, you've taken the lead here at Fitch. Real spins, gets Turner in the air and scores. Hustle play, good for 3, no good. Georges with the offensive rebound. Puts it on the floor and scores. What a basket by Gabriel Georges. And the lead is 3. 2-on-1, Rodriguez and Turner. Turner. And it's a 1-point game. Timeout with 34 seconds left. Joel Robinson, the freshman, behind the back, loses it. Clock down to 5. Drives to the basket. Stripped by DeDios. Stripped by DeDios. Gabe DeDios saves the Falcons. The senior, Gabe DeDios, put in the game for moments like this all year long. He comes up with the steal, and the Falcons can ice it.
He is the Harbor Helpers defensive player of the game, Gabe DeDios, Fitch Falcons. Listen, that last play, iced it. Coach got you in there to D up. I want you to walk us through. We have it on good authority. Their coach, they were looking for the 3 to win the game and go take you guys down. You made the big steal. Walk us through what you saw and what happened.
So basically, I just saw someone was walking in, and my job is to play defense, and I just came in to steal the ball. That's my job. That's my role.
As soon as you made the steal, you gave a little flex. You knew that Sakis was going to go and ice it on the other end, and you guys knew you were going to survive and advance. How's it feel to be in March Madness and help your team survive and advance?
It feels great. We're not done yet. We're going to keep on moving on and keep working. You know that.
Well, all year long, coaches put you in the game, guys like you, Gabriel, and he says to you guys, go out there and do the little things that matter, right? You guys have all the star power, but when it comes to rebounds and defense, the two of you guys step up big. Talk a little bit about what it means to be a role player and embracing that.
Hold on.
Help me. Yeah, that's all right. Talk a little bit what it means to be a role player and embracing that role.
I have one job and one job only, and it's to rebound. He tells me my only job out there is to set picks and to screen, and play defense. Yeah, and to rebound.
I could also piggyback off that. KB tells me every single day my one role is to play defense and make the energy go up. That's my job. That's me and Gabe's job.
Well, thanks to Gabe DeDios and Gabriel Georges, Fitch down the stretch. Moving on.
Game Day is brought to you by Waterford Dental Health. Gear up for game day with a winning smile from Waterford Dental Health. Located in Waterford, we're your go-to for top-notch dental care in a relaxed, friendly setting. Whether you need a routine checkup, a cosmetic boost, or advanced treatment, our experienced team has you covered. Enjoy the game with confidence and comfort. Schedule your appointment today. Waterford Dental Health, where your smile is our top priority. Visit us online or call now to book.
Game Day brought to you by Charles Reynolds of the Butsky Agency. Auto, home, life, business, all your insurance needs for your risk management needs located at 51 Norwich Road in Quaker Hill, Connecticut. It's the Butsky Agency. Second half about to go underway, a 7-point Grasso Tech lead. You heard Coach Tim Strong as we headed out to halftime, very aware of why the lead was cut. What did you see down the stretch from Weston that you liked?
I like the fact that they settled down and were able to start breaking the press and getting good shots. They got the ball through the press, got into some sets, started running their stuff, and they started getting some easy shots inside the paint. And they're going to force Grasso Tech to play half-court defense now, and they do not excel in that area.
All right, now you're a Trinity grad, very smart guy. So I'm going to challenge you to do something that's very difficult for people like us.
I did graduate from Trinity. I don't know how smart I am.
I'm giving you that prop. I'm going to ask you to do something that's very difficult for you. It's follow directions and be concise. One word, Grasso Tech to win in the second half needs to do blank better.
Play half-court defense.
You see, you can't do it. That's one word.
See, I can't follow.
Play half-court. That's 4 words.
Trinity College education. What did they do for me?
You know, this is why. The Wesleyan, same thing though. You know,
defense.
We never use 4 words when we can use 10. So you're not going to use 1. So
it was the way you asked the question.
Weston, 1 word. They, in order to win this game, they need to do what better?
Defend.
There you go. See how you got it? You're learning. The learning curve is high.
See, I went to Trinity, so I can learn. I just got to learn to follow directions. So it's a little tough. Braylon Cruz starting the second half.
Yeah, they're going to go with the little guards, and they're going to try to turn up the defensive intensity, I'm sure.
And Peanut Foy in.
Long 3 by Foy, no good. Look at Washington crash the offensive glass.
Jordan Wash, smooth operator with the offensive rebound and the putback.
Extending the pressure out a little bit, and there's a turnover right on cue.
And Taki Bates gets the start of the second half. He didn't start the first half, but had a great scoring first half.
I expect Tech to extend the defense and try to speed it up again, not just in the full court, but in the half court as well.
Yeah, they're going to have to try to do something different than what they did. Go either a half court or a man-to-man or a different zone trap, because Weston figured out the one that they ran in the beginning of the first half.
Nice hustle play from Cruz, and it'll stay with Grasso Tech. Nice crowd, ended up filtering into this one.
The sports doctor, if you're listening, we talked about the key in our other broadcast. 5 Grasso Tech kids all went to New London High at one time.
Floater from Foy, no good. Other direction now. Quick trigger 3, back iron. Good strong rebound from Olsen. But Bates comes ahead. Here comes Zamir Foy. Basket is good, and Tech, just like that, quick little 4-0 run, gets it back to 11.
Yep, and Grasso's in there, 2-2-1s, same.
Steal, Washington, a 6-0 run, and a quick timeout. Tim Strong is fired up and loving it. Lead back to 13 as Weston calls a timeout, and we will keep it here and let you know that all of our timeouts brought to you by CIAC. Stress and pressure can lead to risky choices, but you have the power to pause. CIAC believes that prevention starts with a simple step. Take a timeout. When cravings or triggers hit, just take a moment to breathe and, reset, and it can help you stay substance-free. Timeouts aren't weaknesses, they're a strategy for strength and control. Take a timeout. Keep your power. Learn more at CIACT.org.
They should have read that to me when I was in high school.
So
I could have used some
You could have used the timeout. We're not a culture of timeouts, but you would have been given timeout a few times.
I was given timeouts a few times. I think they called them suspensions.
You and Mr. Matt got to know each other real well in that game. Sports Doctor, you've been listening to the 2 coaches. What are you hearing?
Yeah, Coach from Weston says we're just not communicating out there. Nobody's talking. Nobody's flashing middle. This is it. We either lose or go home. And what happens is when we turn the ball over, nobody's looking back to get back on defense, and we're giving up easy layups. I mean, Weston right now has come out of the start second half, hurt themselves more than what Grasso's doing to them.
Yes, they have.
Yeah, coming out of the half, you had cut it to 7, and instead of continuing to chip away, you give up a quick 6-0 run.
Part of that, Zamir Foy's back in the game. And he's the best defensive player that they have.
Great point.
He gets his hands on almost everything. His anticipation is crazy at a high level on the defensive end.
Foul on the floor.
And one.
And one. They're going to give the basket to Olsen. Bates reached on the drive. I like this young sophomore, Jack Olson.
He's got nice size.
Peter, sports doctors out there lurking.
Hey, listen, how many and ones would Troy have back in high school in the day if that was going on, Troy, huh? How many step-ins and three-point plays would you have?
Yeah, they wouldn't gave us that back in the day, that's for sure. That would have been on the floor.
I can also promise you two things. One, Troy would not have gone back to shooting three-pointers. He would continue to get to the basket. Foy scores and no charge called because the young man didn't go to the floor.
Yeah, he didn't go to the floor and he didn't take the hit. You got to take one more step closer. And there it is, layups. That's why you want to press. If you're a team that presses or a good passing team, press me so I can get layups because you cannot guard us if we move the ball and get to space.
Washington fouled on the floor. The other thing about you, Troy, is I don't know that many people would have wanted to take a charge from you when you went to the basket. You had them rough knees, man. I think you looked to try to get a knee into the rib cage. I'm just saying
basketball is a contact sport.
That's well, the way you played it was when the defensive end comes and plays guard.
Well, if you're going to take a charge, you got to make them feel it. If they're going to take it,
that's true.
You got to let them know. Well, all right, you're going to take that. Well, here, hold it.
Washington misses the layup. Thought he could have gone with the left hand. He switched it back. And Weston with a chance to get it back into single digits.
I was listening. The Weston bench is very close to our table, and head coach Gibbs was challenging number 5, Colin Kyle, to be tougher.
Samir Foy finishes at the rim. Kyle on cue. His coach said he needed him to be tougher. Well, he's trying to assert himself here. And out of bounds it goes off of Grasso.
Grasso stays man-to-man out of bounds under the basket. Let's see what Weston got for out-of-bounds play. That's your guy, Case.
Jack Olson. I have been very impressed with the sophomore.
Nice player.
Foy gets a screen from Bates. Little two-man game between the guards.
So here's something that Coach Tim's going to have to really work on also going in as he gets into the tournament. You can't just have guys standing around on offense. When you get to play against tougher teams, the better defended teams, the better talented teams, you got to get some motion. The ball has to move and your body's got to move.
Especially since you're going to come up against a team that's going to have 2 and 3 guys who lock down.
Right.
And so those guards that you have, if you're just going to stand around and try to beat somebody one-on-one, you're not going to be able to do it.
And if you pay attention, Weston has had the opportunity to take a lot of charges. They haven't gotten the call, they haven't taken them all, but they've tried to take a lot.
Foy went to the ground. That's going to be a travel. That's an unfortunate result as he got up high for the rebound and was coming the other way. And again, I think people lose sight of the fact that he's a rebounder on this team as well. He crashes both ends of the glass very well.
Yeah, the point guard, but he scores, he plays D, he rebounds, he gets steals. He's the energy guy. He can shoot the 3. He does it all for them.
Cruz overplayed, kick out for a 3. Good basket by Andrew Farhat, and it is a 6-point game.
And everybody, you look at Grasso Tech right now. All 5 guys are walking down the court on offense. It's back to that same body language, and now we're going to go one-on-one and settle for a 3. Exactly what Weston and Weston's coach would love for them to keep doing.
Farhat.
Yeah, good call.
He was trying to lull the defender into sleep.
Good call.
No.
Good call.
He stepped back and then went like that.
And then he stepped with the left foot
Step
first.
left foot?
Yes, sir.
You got him up there?
Yeah, we will. Coach Gibbs, he thought that wasn't a travel, but I have to agree with the official on that one. I love his energy right now. He's very energetic and hyped, trying to get his kids to play harder and attack the basket.
Jordan Washington goes to the basket. That is smooth.
Smooth
that
operator.
Is smooth.
Jordan Washington is the smooth operator.
Timeout, so we'll take a quick break. 8-point lead for Tech. You're watching Game Day Live on theday.com.
When life feels overwhelming, call a timeout. Step back, breathe, and remember, You don't have to face life alone. At CIAC, we believe connection is prevention. Reach out to a friend, a family member, or someone you trust. Take a time out. Make a connection. It can change your day. Learn more at www.ciracct.org.
Coach Gibbs needs to try to find a way to keep Grasso from getting to the basket. Jordan Washington, so smooth, gets them back to an 8-point lead. So, they came out at halftime, got it up to 12. Weston cut it back down. Now we're sitting right there at that 8-point mark again. And with 3:38 remaining in the third, the recipe is there for both teams.
Yes.
The question's going to be who executes it better.
That's right. Got to be able to get it done down the stretch. I would like to see Weston play a little bit more help defense. I think they're sticking the shooters too much and guys getting those lanes. I would like to see them crowd the lane, focus on maybe Bates, or I think Jamali just came into the game.
All right, let's see if you're right here. I got you right. I got you with it. He did the foot shift.
Yes.
And that's a travel. All right, I'm going to tell Coach I'm going to have you back on this one. I know better. I know better than to question your vision and your basketball judgment.
I'm not known to agree with the officials all the time.
I wasn't going to say. I wasn't going to say it, but that's
when
another.
They're right. When they're right, they're right.
That is right.
And they were right there.
Jamali back into the game for
It's a
Grasso
very tough
Tech.
job, though. I do give him that. I ref 2 games today in the senior league, and it wasn't easy.
Oh, that senior league's tough because those guys have never had a call go the way that's supposed to go. Up ahead, Jordan Washington at the rim. Grasso's running. They're back up again to 10.
And Grasso's back now into this man-to-man. They took the press off right now. Weston's running some good stuff, a lot of movement.
Foul against Bates up on the perimeter as Farhat had him beat.
Coach Gibbs got the Weston guys running some good stuff on the offensive end. I like their action out of the 1-4 UCLA set that they just ran. Tried to get a backdoor cut on the first guy, a little exchange between the 2 middle guys, and then this ball handoff.
Nice look.
And then look at Foy.
Farhat got it to Olsen. Foy with the block, but he's going to pick up his 3rd foul.
Now they gave it to Jamali. I can't get his name right today for some reason.
So Ryan Jamali is going to get the foul. That's his first. That's a break for Grasso because it would have been Foy's 3rd.
Yeah, but Foy got all clean block. There's a point guard doing it again. He does it all for them.
Olsen at the line to shoot a pair. Short on the first one. Got to knock him down here. If you're down 10 points, those free ones become more and more important. Second one is up and no good, and Julius Washington, rebound push.
And Julius Washington has been quiet.
Right on cue, though.
You can tell he was going. He's been quiet, and you can tell that he was thirsty for a bucket. And he goes coast to coast with the left hand.
Up ahead, Washington ahead of the pack. Another finish with the left, and the lead is up to 14.
Coach Gibbs can't be happy. Weston is committing unforced errors right now.
That's a good screen and roll right there. Good help defense from Tech. Olsen no good. Jamali got away a little bit with a little bit of a push right there.
I would push it if I was Washington.
Oh, great hands.
Good no call. He was out of control. He should have kicked it to Bates. Was wide open on the wing.
Parente kicks it out to a 3, no good. Underneath, rebound, no good. Another chance. Basket is good from Jack Olsen. He'll go to the line.
Big Jack Olsen, the sophomore, getting it done on the offensive end. Playing a very good game. Missed those last 2 free throws, comes back now. Get the and one. Let's see if he can make this one. Cut Grasso's lead to 11.
You could see early in the game that his effort was going to be there, but also that he's just not, the game's not too big or too fast for him. He's standing his ground and doing the things around the basket that are needed.
That word, effort, Case, is a big deal. Like, to coaches, their favorite kids always are the guys who give the most effort. Don't got to be the best player, but the guys who give the best effort, coaches love those guys. So if you're not the best player and you're working to be better, always give that effort, because that's how you get on the court. And listen to your coach.
Foy, somehow it ends up with Washington on the putback. Sloppy possession, and it favors Grasso Tech.
Yeah, no boxing out by Weston. Julius Washington was able to come right in on the backside and get the rebound and put it up uncontested.
Strip, steal. Washington went for the dunk, didn't get it, no call. Other direction, Weston. Olsen, left hand basket is good, and the foul.
Jack Olsen, the sophomore, once again, that's your guy, Case.
Yeah, I've liked him all game, and he is stepping up here when it matters. The foul's on Jamali, his second, and Olsen's free throw, if he can knock it down, can cut it to 10 as we're under a minute, 48 seconds here.
Yes, and 10 is a good place to be right now for Weston. A few times it looked like Grasso was going to extend this lead, and Weston keeps coming up with plays. And being down 10 going into the fourth quarter is not a bad place to be. And if they get a stop here, they might get a shot to cut it less than 10.
Foy heads to the basket, stutter steps, pulls up, no foul. Either way, running the floor, and Waldis had
Grasso
the chance.
got lucky. I don't like that play. I don't like the offensive call on that side, and I don't like that play by Foy. He goes one-on-one into the guy. There's nobody to pass to. There's no options. There was only 30-something seconds on the clock in the end of the third quarter. They got to be smarter, because in the tournament, when they get against a better team, they need, these possessions are going to matter. Last time Grasso was in this possession, they throw the ball away. So it's good to see what they run here.
Foy, 10 seconds, swings. Now Washington kicks to Bates. Bates pulls up his dribble, and there's a turnover on the travel. So Weston will have 4.5 seconds to get a shot off here, see if they can cut that 10-point lead.
Grasso does not operate very good in the offensive half court as well. Don't run a lot of sets. They go a lot of one-on-one. A lot of guys that stand around and watch each other.
At the buzzer, no good. We're at the end of 3. 10-point lead for Grasso Tech. You're watching Game Day live on theday.com.
Even the toughest, manliest men face life's challenges, and it's okay to admit it. Whether it's stress, anxiety, or just feeling like things aren't going right, you're not alone. Take the 20-point head inspection at mantherapy.org and start putting your mental health first. It's quick, simple, and designed to help you recognize the signs before they get overwhelming. Man Therapy. Therapy the way a man does it.
Game Day brought to you by ProVX Productions. They capture all your special occasions, from weddings to sporting events based in Eastern Connecticut. Go check out ProVX Productions' social media pages on Facebook and Instagram. ProVX Productions, we show up, you show out. Sports Doctor, you've been listening in on the coaches. What are you hearing?
Yeah, I think the fourth quarter, both these coaches are talking about execution, not hurting themselves, not turning the basketball over, and knocking down layups. Casey, Troy, listen, game is in junctures. You know, how important is it the first 4 minutes, the first 2 minutes coming out into the fourth quarter to kind of shape things up as you go down the stretch? Very important, Troy.
Very important. And both coaches are correct. They got to execute. They got to execute. They got to run their stuff. They got to play good team defense. Stop turning the ball over unforced errors. Last time Weston had that fast break, the guy just tapped the ball and ran out of bounds.
Right, Casey, if Weston sticks around, cuts the lead to 8, cut to 6, we saw this the other night at Fitch. Things get awfully tight for the higher seeded team.
The team, I think as much as people talk about how hard it is to be down 8 points, in a lot of ways it's hard to be up 6 or 8 points. It often changes, not supposed to, but it changes how you run your offense. You get more tentative, you try to eat more clock, gets you out of your rhythm, and then all of a sudden you look up and it's 3 and 4.
And we also know that Grasso Tech doesn't run a lot of sets. They do a lot of offensive one-on-ones. So that doesn't, when the team is making a run, you going one-on-one and not using your teammates is not usually equal success.
There goes Kyle. Spins, pulls up, free throw line, short. Rebound, Washington. Tries to zip it to Jamali and turns it over. That's a bounce pass.
Son, bounce pass. That's a bounce pass, that's a layup.
Good defense from Bates. Washington out of the pack, and he'll be fouled. You know, I'm going to compare, and it's not a surprise because they share a lot of the same kids. Grasso Tech and New London both have that thing. When New London has like a 6-point lead, they oftentimes have a hard time protecting it because they stop getting to the basket, they stop attacking, they get off in that.
They struggle running their sets.
They go to that weave, they wait till the shot clock's down under 10, then they go out of control to the basket.
Which makes a more pressure shot because the shot clock is winding down.
Bates for 3, got it! Taki.
Taki with a big game offensively. He's playing hard. He's playing defense. Taki's not known to be a defender, but he's giving a lot of effort. Coach Strong bringing him off the bench lit a fire into him today.
Rebound by Julius Washington. He splits the defenders and draws the foul.
Nice to see him not settle for that 3. Hard to stop him going to the basket. And if he didn't get tripped and he got to the basket and could have get a shot, the defense have sloughed off. He had 2 guys out for shooters. That's exactly what you want to do.
So they're going to say in the act of shooting, so he'll get a pair.
All right, well, here's one of those times where I disagree, Peter.
These are these officials. Well, we've seen these officials like to give the continuation.
Yeah.
They gave it to Weston on one end, so they're going to give it on Grasso on the other.
And I also like that these guys are from another end of the state, so whatever I say to them will not be taken personally.
That is correct. Well, now, you know what? I'm pretty sure they're going to take it personally regardless, Troy. You know, that's the great thing about the internet and social media. These guys are going to be watching it on their way home.
Yeah, but they have no idea who I am. I've never coached a game and had to yell at them or disagree with them.
That's Troy McKelvin, ladies and gentlemen, New London's own Trinity graduate.
And Coach Gibbs is giving it to him right now. He might have had it to him, but Coach Gibbs is giving it to him, and I totally agree with him right now. That was not a shooting foul.
Washington up high for the rebound. Tries to dribble through traffic. There goes Jordan Washington now. Baseline, kick out, Taki Bates.
And everybody is one-on-one.
Weston turns it over. Jordan Washington can't finish it. I think he was under the net. The net blocked his shot. I said Weston wanted to play this game in the 60s, but I meant they wanted 60s.
Right. Not the cleanest game, not the best game from either team. Great defensive play by Taki Bates. Leaves his feet and stays vertical, straight up and down. Taki Bates, not known for his defense, but he has come out really playing well tonight. He's playing hard, and I think coming off the bench was a great move from Coach Strong tonight, because whether he took it personally or not, he's playing really well.
Bates kicks it out to Washington. Inside, outside, always the way to success in basketball. Biggest lead of the game, it's 17.
Yeah, I think Weston needs to get Jack Olsen back in case they need their guy back in. I think he's at the bench right now, waiting for the next dead ball. And Grasso Tech seems to be tightening up their defense in the half court right now. Bounce pass, great pass.
Underneath finish by McMolly.
To our young viewers, the best pass in basketball is the bounce pass.
Bates drives and misses the layup, but Washington taps it. That's a missed opportunity there for Tech. Kyle for 3, no good. Julius Washington corrals the rebound.
Peanut Foy hasn't touched the ball in a while.
He kicks out. Jamali for 3, no good. Tipped out to Bates. Back to Peanut Foy for 3. No good. Look at Jordan Washington get up, and they're going to say it was up off the top of the backboard. Good call.
No, they called an offensive foul on him.
I lied. They said it was an offensive foul.
Wow. I didn't see that or where that was.
That's a push, I guess, but.
He had the better view than where we had. We're at the other end, so he might have seen something we didn't see. But it looked like Jordan Washington got skied over them for 2 offensive rebounds in a row. I didn't see a foul on that play.
Timeout by Weston. We'll take a quick break. You're watching Game Day live on theday.com.
Your mind matters. CIAC believes mental health starts with a simple step, taking a timeout. When life feels overwhelming, pausing for just a few minutes to breathe and reset can make a big difference. Timeouts aren't a sign of weakness. They're a tool for strength and resilience. Join CIAC in creating a culture of care. Learn more at www.ciacct.org. Take a timeout. Strengthen your mind.
15-point Grasso Tech lead as we head down the stretch. Sports Doctor, you've been over there listening in. What are you hearing?
Well, we talked about that first 4 minutes being an important juncture in the game, Casey. Weston's not scored a point yet in the fourth quarter. You're almost 4 minutes in, and Coach is talking about finishing on the offensive end. We're getting good looks. We got to finish. And no cheap fouls on the defensive end. Grab every rebound, every 50-50 ball. But Weston's got to somehow, in the last 4 minutes and 17 seconds, score some points.
Yeah, I said again, they want to play this game in the 60s, but they're at 51 right now. They're going to be hard-pressed to get to 60. This thing may end up in the 70s.
Oh.
Nice crossover. Nice move by the freshman, Andrew Farhat. That's a nice little crossover.
That's not the defense that I'm used to seeing Zamir Foy play.
They got Washington trapped. He gets it to Taki Bates. Again, no bounce pass.
Which made it hard for Ryan to hold it.
There goes Foy, and the Buddy won the peanut at the basket, 15-point lead.
I don't know if Weston scouted, but they are hugging the shooters too much, I think. I think they can have somebody slough off into the paint and give some help defense.
Olsen draws the foul. Now, Olsen's a sophomore. Farhat is a freshman.
I like Farhat.
These two are going to be a handful next year. I look forward to keeping my eyes on them over the next couple of years.
He's got a nice little handle. He's probably gotten a lot better this year playing against the teams in their conference that they played. Josh Charlotte, the point guard at Notre Dame Prep, is probably the best point guard in the state. He is a dog. And if he had to play against him, he got better because of it, because Josh Charlotte is in your jock the whole game. Last year in the state championship game, he moved the bigger guy off Abdul Touré and said, I'm going to guard him. And he did a really good job. One of the most competitive kids I've ever seen.
Weston's going to try to put some full court on, so Braylon Cruz into the game. So the ball handlers all in the game for Tech.
And let's see if Grasso runs something or they stay with their one-on-one. There's the help defense I talked about right there.
Kyle slid over, helped out on Washington rather. 3 by Kyle, back rim, no good. Rebound underneath, no good from Olsen. Juju Washington coming the other way now for Grasso.
Olsen killing on the boards. Obviously, Grasso doesn't have a lot of size, and they're not a great rebounding team.
Great block by Kyle. Up ahead. Finish from Mads Leary. Got the lead to 12.
I would like to see Coach Tim call a timeout or call a play. I would like to see Grasso call a play.
Step in 3 from Bates, no good.
That's what happens when you let your team just play one-on-one. If you make them run some sets, they won't take shots like that.
Peanut Foy with the steal up ahead to Braylon Cruz. And the lead back to 14, timeout.
Coach Strong's fired up over there.
We'll take a quick break. You're watching Game Day live on theday.com.
When life feels overwhelming, call a timeout. Step back, breathe, and remember, you don't have to face life alone. At CIAC, we believe connection is prevention. Reach out to a friend, a family member, or someone you trust. Take a timeout. Make a connection. It can change your day. Learn more at www.ciacct.org.
14-point lead for Grasso Tech. The hands of Peanut Foy with the steal up ahead to fellow backcourt mate Braylon Cruz, as they show some great guard play right there, Peter. And you know, great guard play brought to you by the Guard Art Center. Best place to watch a movie, check out some theater. It's just a beautiful place. You can still get tickets at theguardarts.org. Weston down 14. They're going to need some baskets and some turnovers.
Maybe a couple threes.
Foul against Bates.
Not a smart play by Taki Bates.
Now, Coach Strong thought Weston really shot the ball well. We have not seen them launch a lot of three-pointers. They have been definitely a team that runs sets more along the basket.
And it looks like their best offense is shoot the ball and let Jack Olson rebound it and put it back up.
Drive to the basket. Oh, in and out by Mads Leary.
Another time where Zamir Foy, man, go by him. I don't know if he's playing a little off because he was in foul trouble earlier, but he's got to stop the drive. And then Grasso in there, 5 out. Go one-on-one offense. Like to set some screens, like to have the ball movement.
Washington flies, hangs, Juju for 2.
Coach Tim has a lot of trust in his guys, so that's a good thing too.
I love this freshman, Andrew Farhad. He pulled up there, knocked it down from 12 feet. And that's a veteran move right there for a freshman.
Nice pull-up jump shot right there.
You don't see that. The younger kids a lot of times don't feel comfortable with that pull-up, right? They either get all the way to the basket or they do that floater where they lob it up. Timeout brought to you by CIAC. Stress and pressure can lead to risky choices, but you have the power to pause. CIAC believes prevention starts with the simple step of taking a timeout. When cravings or triggers hits, take a moment to breathe. You can stop those cravings. Find someone that cares as well, because connection is prevention. Go to CIACCT.org, take a timeout, retain your power. So with 1:17 remaining, 14-point lead, the only way to come back in a situation like this, you're going to have to hit at least three three-pointers, and you're going to have to turn them over at least twice. That's just to get it to where you can start putting them at the line.
Right.
So you're going to have Killingly 74-55 in their opening round game over Brantford in Division III. Division IV saw Old Lyme as the 2 seed. We saw Griswold win their game yesterday. Wyndham Tech also in Division IV.
Weston out in the full court press, 1-2-1-1.
Foy found himself in trouble and was lucky to throw it off of the Weston defender.
Because they weren't going to run any set right there. They were just going to come down and go one-on-one. So Foy was just dribbling the ball and without knowing where anybody would be at.
Foul on Colin Kyle, as Weston is going to have to get some of these fouls out of the way, because right now there's still another foul for them to give before they can get Grasso to the line.
I'm harping on the fact that they're not running anything, because when you have a nice lead like this, and now that we do have shot clocks, it's not as important. But you still, if you run something, it makes the defense have to play defense, and it doesn't put it on one person. You set screens, you get backdoor cuts, you keep the defense honest. It makes it easy to move the ball, and you don't feel the pressure. When you just give it to one person, that one person has the pressure of having to score or having to make something happen. That's why it's a team game.
Pisano fouls Julius Washington. He'll go to the line to shoot a pair. Now at this point, every free throw made is like 5 seconds off the clock. It just shortens the game a little bit.
And Julius has been to the free throw a whole bunch this year, so he should be ready to step up in there and knock him down.
First one good, lead 15. So at this point, with a minute 4 left, there's only so many possessions you can get, even with turnovers and steals. And Only so many
3
possessions
for
you
1.
can get.
You heard about that case?
I have 3 for 1.
You know who made 3 for 1 up?
Who made 3 for 1 up, Troy?
Chris Paul.
Chris Paul made 3 for 1 up. Is that because he was up 3 games to 1 and blew the playoff series?
No, he.
Timeout on the floor. We're going to take a quick timeout. You're watching Game Day live on theday.com.
Your mind matters. CIAC believes mental health starts with a simple step, taking a timeout. When life feels overwhelming, pausing for just a few minutes to breathe and reset can make a big difference. Timeouts aren't a sign of weakness. They're a tool for strength and resilience. Join CIAC in creating a culture of care. Learn more at www.ciracct.org. Take a timeout. Strengthen your mind.
So Grasso Tech with 1:04 remaining, looking to close this thing out, and they'll host Ram if they can do that. Ram with a upset over Naugatuck in their first round game. Across the ECC, teams have been performing. Congratulations, Waterford girls. They pulled off their victory in their first round game. Ledyard girls up big in their final minute. Steal from Cruz.
Congratulations to
Juju throws it down! Exclamation point on the Grasso lead. Steal by Foy. And just like that, it's 20.
I would have liked to see Foy throw that off the backboard for alley-oop to Washington. This gym would have went crazy.
Underneath, Olsen. So as we head down the stretch of this one, we should remind you that at the end of this game, we'll sign off quickly, and you can go to our social media at Game Day CT, and you can see the Waterford Dental Health coaches interview, the Roberto's Log Cabin player of the game, and the Harbor Helpers defensive player of the game, as we see Grasso sending in some of the subs, and we got a freshman about to check in.
R.J. Dumas.
So that's at the end of this one, 23 seconds away.
And
one more for Julius Washington.
The senior Colin Kyle, he'll check out for the last time in his career.
Farhat pulls up from that spot he loves. Cruz with the rebound. Up ahead, they want one more showtime. Juju gives the crowd what they want. And 2 seconds remaining in this one.
Oh, we got a technical foul. Too much celebration. We got a technical foul on number 5, Julius Washington. I believe is a taunting.
Sports Doctor.
Yeah, just in the last few seconds here, guys, want to, for the whole crew, wish Eric Strand a happy birthday up there, center field camera on the air. Guy had a heck of a job.
Happy birthday, E.
I'm not going to wish him a happy birthday. Anybody that is that good looking and that talented, quite frankly, is a threat to me, and so therefore I will not wish him a happy birthday. 18 points, 1.6 remaining.
Very good job by the officiating crew today in this game. Very consistent, all the way down to the end. They're doing their job. Very good job tonight.
And that'll do it at Grasso Tech, 80-62. The Eagles will advance. They'll play Ram. Weston, season is done, a game effort, but Tech too much to handle. Go to Game Day CT for all the post-game interviews. To Troy McKelvin, the sports doctor Keith O'Brien, and all of the Game Day crew, thank you very much. You've been watching Game Day live on theday.com.
Harbor Helpers Marine LLC is a locally owned marine service company based in Waterford, Connecticut, delivering professional boat detailing, hull cleaning, waxing, and marine maintenance throughout the area. Built by young boaters with deep local marina ties, Harbor Helpers is known for reliable service, sharp attention to detail, and results you can see on the water. From weekend cruisers to working boats, Harbor Helpers helps keep Connecticut's fleet looking better and running stronger all season long. Babbitt Home Improvement is a local veteran-owned business providing affordable home improvement and maintenance services. From windows, decks, additions, siding, and more, they do it all. No project too big or small. Give them a call today and get your free quote on your next project. You won't be disappointed. 860-319-4418. Game Day is brought to you by Waterford Dental Health. Gear up for game day with a winning smile from Waterford Dental Health. Located in Waterford, we're your go-to for top-notch dental care in a relaxed, friendly setting. Whether you need a routine checkup, a cosmetic boost, or advanced treatment, our experienced team has you covered. Enjoy the game with confidence and comfort. Schedule your appointment today. Waterford Dental Health, where your smile is our top priority. Visit us online or call now to book. Nestled in the woods of Lebanon, Connecticut, Roberto's Log Cabin is the cozy, rustic home of comfort food. Family owned and operated, the Cabin, as it is fondly known, offers a diverse menu of hearty fare from burgers to the best ribs in the state. Come check out the Hallway of History in the newly renovated tavern, sample the diverse menu, craft beers, great cocktails, all while watching your favorite sports on one of their 10 TVs. Stop in and see Rob. Tell him Game Day sent you. Pave the way for your students' financial success with a MySci account from Science Federal Credit Union. Open a high-yield MySci savings account today and help support a positive financial future for your student. Visit sciencefcu.org to learn more.